What is going on, Pokemon fans? Welcome back to JD's Nerdverse. We're doing a playthrough today of Pokemon Crystal with Pichu. Pichu is the pre-evolved form of Pikachu. It's a baby Pokemon, the first baby Pokemon on this channel. As we go through the Pokédex, it's the next one in order, so we're playing through it with it today. And we're going to go and face our rival. He's got a Bayleaf. It was the best option because Bayleaf is resisted to electric attacks. And really the other two moves right now are not usable in this battle. Charm makes it so the opposition falls in love with you, but you can only do that to the opposite gender of the Pokemon you have. So nothing's going to happen with Charm, and Tail Whip will lower the opposite's defense, but we're doing a special attack, so that won't help. It comes to a very close battle, but we end up getting the win nonetheless. We beat our rival, and we're going to progress on to fight some more, overworld trainers, and we're going to go over the stats of Pichu. Pichu, like I said, is a baby Pokemon, so don't rip it too hard for its stats. 20 HP, attack is 40, defense is 15, special attack and special defense are both 35, and speed is 60. So speed is fantastic. That's going to be, we're not going to be outsped very much in this game at all. Maybe at some point we'll get outpaced because it is Pichu. When we evolve a Pikachu, that'll be reset and we'll be outspeeding everything. And then attack is 40, so that's pretty solid, but we don't have a physical move for a while, at least not until we get past the first gym. And then special is pretty decent. And here's our level up moveset, which is very garbage with Pichu. Thunder Shock, 40 base power, 60 with stab, 100% accurate. That move will be our go-to. It's really our only move. We can't use struggle with this because our health is so low. Charm is a move, like I said, it makes the opposition fall in love with you, so it may not attack you. That's kind of the benefit. Tail Whip is, like I said, it's pointless until we get a physical move because we're doing special with this attack. And then Thunder Wave will actually paralyze the opposition so that we don't get attacked. We can skip over moves, and we'll prioritize going first. That's not really a problem. We have good speed, so we'll pretty much always go first. And then Sweet Kiss, I don't know what it does. Apparently it has something to do with drawing Pokemon to you, but that's all I know about that move. So, not the greatest level up moveset. When we evolve into Pikachu, that changes. Pikachu has a pretty decent moveset, but here's kind of the problem with this Pokemon. We evolve with Friendship, so we don't have a set time in which we'll evolve. It's going to be close to like level 40, because that's when our speed gets really, when our Friendship gets higher. That's what I should say, not our speed. So yeah, we got to wait for that. So we got to go through a lot of this playthrough with just Pichu and the limitations that come with Pichu. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and move on to Faulkner's gym. Now we don't actually face, well, we do face Faulkner, and I'll go over that here in a minute, but we're electric type, so I thought maybe we should win this, but we're actually taking a decent amount of damage from the things in here. So let me go to the moveset real quick, and I'll pause this once we get to a certain battle. We get access to Dynamic Punch. I've contemplated potentially using this in my playthroughs as a way to get around Snorlax. Haven't really implemented it yet, but Snorlax, or Dynamic Punch, 100 base power, 50% accurate. I don't like this move. It's very unreliable, but it could be good in a pinch for that one-hit knockout. Headbutt, 70 base power, 100% accurate. Definitely an upgrade and a good physical move we can add with this Pokemon. Now, go ahead and watch this battle with Faulkner. I went in and attempted it. Now, I probably could have reset a couple times and maybe got good RNG and got a win here, but we're not even one shot in the first Pokemon. We're 3 levels higher, and we're 1 level higher than Pidgeotto, but we're still getting hit. And if it hits us 2 times, we're gonna get knocked out. So I'm like, you know what, we're just gonna go get the experience at Bellsprout Tower. So we will not use Curse. I've actually think I'm gonna ban it because I've read up on the strategy. It's a very unique strategy, very good strategy. But I think if every Pokemon had to implement that to win, that'd be very boring. Rollout is a kind of like a break glass case for emergency. I can only see it in one scenario where we would use it. Toxic, not going to use. Zap Cannon is not going to be used. I'd love to use this move. It's 100% accurate, or 100 base power, it's 50% accurate. It's stab 150, but Thunderbolt's just more reliable, and with 50 more accuracy, it's just way better than this roll of the dice Zap Cannon. Hidden power we're going to use is Ice. Ice is going to negate a lot of things in the game, especially 1 Elite Four member and 1 Gym Leader. And it's going to help against other things as well. It's Ice. Ice is very useful. Snore not going to use. Hyper Beam might be used in case of emergency. It's a very powerful move. Protect. Rain Dance could be used if we use Thunder, but we're not going to. Endure. Frustration. Not going to use Iron Tail. It's good that we can have access to it. It's 100 base power. It's pretty powerful. But it actually kind of sucks and is really not useful for this Pokemon. Thunder, it would be great because it's 120 base power, 180 with stab, 70% accurate, but that accuracy is just garbage, and there's just a more reliable move we can use. Return will be 102 base power when we max out our friendship, so that's pretty good. And with the pink bow and beating Whitney's gym, it gets a little bit more boost. It'll be a good physical move for later in the game. It's very reliable. Mud Slap, 20 base power. It's good for electric and a ghost Pokemon. Double Team can't use. Swagger can't use. Sleep Talk, not going to use. Swift is a 60 base power move that is the first physical move we can actually have with this Pokemon. So we will add it as soon as we get into Union Cave, but we can't get that until after we beat Bellsprout Tower and Faulkner. So yeah, Defense Curl can use, not going to use, but can use. There's no badge boost in this generation, so it's kind of pointless. Thunder Punch, 75 base power, 100% accurate. This will be our go-to move for a while. It's 98 base power, or 98 with stab. Detect, Rest, Rest might be used, Detect won't. Attract, Thief, Strength, and Flash will not be used in this playthrough. So what I just showed you is actually Pikachu and Raichu's level up moves, or TM moveset, not Pichu. Pichu cannot actually use Thunder Punch. So we got to rely on Thunder Shock for the entirety of most of this playthrough until we actually evolve into Pikachu. Okay, I don't know if I went over this, but I named my Pokemon, since we are Pikachu's pre-evolution, we are called Pikachu. So that's our name. And we're finishing up right here, and we're about to have, a battle with Elderly, but we're also going to, hey, look, it's Knuckles. And there's Knuckles. So, yeah, it should be like I should change that to not a thought bubble, but things I actually say. Nope, not Knuckles. And we're going to go and face Elderly. He's the last member here. He has 2 Bellsprout, I believe, and a Hoot Hoot. The Hoot Hoot won't be a problem, even though we won't one-shot it, even though it's flying. Hoot Hoot has very good special defense. So that's why it's not like going to be a one-shot. But we're going to paralyze Bellsprout. We did leave and heal, by the way. I didn't just go through the entire Bellsprout Tower without leaving and healing. We takes about 2 to 3 Thunder Shocks for every Bellsprout to knock it out. So there's one. Unless we get a critical hit, maybe it's possible. But unless we get that, it takes at least 3, maybe 4. In this case, it takes 4. So we had to go out and heal a couple times because we had to replenish our power points. Like I said, we don't have another move we can use. If we had another move, probably wouldn't be too big of a deal. But we get the knockout here on Hoot Hoot, and we beat Elderly, and we go ahead, and that is important because it gets us experience, but also gets us Flash. And now we're facing Faulkner, him and his 2 Pokemon. I made those myself, by the way. I hope you like those. And now Faulkner comes out, and we have the type advantage and the speed advantage. So the first Pokemon is a one-shot, very good. Second Pokemon is a Pidgeotto. We get a 2-shot on him. He goes for tackle, doesn't do nothing. And we get the pretty easy win over Faulkner. And we're going to move right along and go and face Bugsy. So Bugsy, this is the first attempt at Bugsy. And there's actually a couple attempts, but I'm going to show you this attempt and another one. So we're at level 18. So we're going to go for Swift on Metapod. Metapod's not a problem. We just don't want to get String Shot because it'll lower our speed. Kakuna is a problem, because Kakuna will go for Poison Sting every time, and it poisons us every time. Which isn't the worst thing ever, but when you have low health, Poison just definitely is a force multiplier when it comes to your health being depleted very quickly. So we're going for Thunder Wave to paralyze Scyther so he doesn't attack. But all he has to do is get one attack off and knocks us out, because we're very frail with not a lot of health. So we're going to face a couple trainers, but we're definitely going to face Geodude. Hiker Anthony. I don't really show him very much on this playthrough because I usually just avoid him. But we could definitely use the levels. We went back into Union Cave and fought a couple trainers. There's a fire breather in there. So yeah, so we get the pretty easy win over Anthony. We get level 19, but we do get level 20 when we come back to face. Oh man, I put the wrong thought bubble here, so I'm not going to worry about it. It was supposed to say nice shorts, bro, and that's what it was supposed to be. But I have another one I made for the rival. But anyway, so we knock out the Metapod without getting anything happening to us. We try to go for Paralyze on the Kakuna so he doesn't poison us. He still poisons us, but we have a lot more health than we did last time. So Scyther comes out. We're going to go for Thunder Shock. We're just going to try to outpace him. Fury Cutter misses. That's very good. We just got to survive some more poison. He does go for Quick Attack. Gets a lot of damage done, but we outpace him. We outlast Bugsy. And we move on to our rival. Now our rival, I will give a thought bubble here in a minute to our rival. Gastly comes out, so we can go for Thunder Shock, which would be a 2-shot, or Mud Slap would also be a 2-shot. I don't think it'd be a 1-shot. So we knock out the Gastly, the biggest threat, I should say. We're going to paralyze the Bayleaf. We don't really have anything great against the Bayleaf. Now, this will eventually change because when we get Hidden Power Ice, but the Bayleaf is very bulky, so we don't really have anything great against it. So Special is not doing anything. Swift took about 4 or 5 hits to knock it out. So not a very good move set to deal with this. So we one-shot the Zubat, but we get the win, and we're going to go ahead and move on, but we beat our rival, number 2. And with a rival done and in our rearview mirror, we're going to go ahead and face Whitney. Whitney is the normal type gym leader. Now let me tell you something about this part of the game. I usually get to Goldenrod City, which is where I'm at now, and I usually go and I face 4 trainers underground, and I might face like 1 or 2 trainers on the way to talk to the gossipy girl to get the squirt, to set myself up to get the squirt gun for whenever I beat Whitney. And I usually go and get like Digger or whatever. But here's the thing. With this Pokemon, I pretty much had to face all the trainers in National Park, which I never do. I never face those trainers. Also had to face all the trainers on both past to Goldenrod and after Goldenrod all the way up to Sudowoodo. So I faced a lot of trainers to get to a better level to make sure well, first off, I was really trying to hope that maybe I could evolve into Pikachu, so that was part of it. You got to fight more battles, and even got my Pokemon's haircut. Yeah, so all those things were put into effect to try to get Pikachu before this battle, but it's not going to happen. I don't think we're going to get Pikachu till around level 40. So that was an attempt to do that. So I fought all the trainers. I don't usually fight all the trainers. I don't usually fight all the trainers in this gym as well. So I did all that to get ourselves to a decent enough level where Whitney is a manageable battle. Now, Whitney only has 2 Pokemon, and one of them is very problematic. It's problematic. It's for anyone that ever plays this game, Whitney's problematic because Miltank is no pun intended, a tank. So it goes for rollout. I'm going for Thunder Punch or Thunder Shock. Thunder Wave. So we lose, and we're gonna face Whitney again. We're going for Thunder Wave on Clefairy. We're going to try to prevent Clefairy from doing anything to us. Double Slap doesn't do nearly as much as it did the last time, so that's good. Come in there with pretty much full health. We're going to paralyze right away and see if we can break her rollout. So her rollout, and we're going for Mud Slap so that she has less accuracy. She knocks out again. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and try this battle one more time. So we actually left and trained and came back. That's why I'm all the way over there now, not right next to her. So let's try Whitney one more time. Whitney's going to be a Thunder Wave, try to prevent it from hitting us. So we have a lot more health now. We were at 59 health earlier, now at 63. So we did get a level or 2 when we went and leveled up. Thunder Wave, like I said, we'll start the battle off with that. It's to prevent her from building momentum. And she doesn't matter. She goes right through it. I'm actually of the mindset, and I've watched another YouTuber play with a different Pokemon in this, but he said this. There's something with the AI here, because in this generation. When it comes to gym leaders, it seems like Miltank just has some ability to never have paralyzed issues. It always seems to hit through accuracy. I got accuracy lowered like crazy, and it still hit. We did get some flinches, thank goodness, but I am of that mindset. So it's Sudowoodo. And the mindset that I got that from, I believe this wholeheartedly after playing through as many as I've played through so far. If you ever watch Gym Leader Matt, he goes over in depth on that. And I've had many battles where, not just with this Pokemon, but with another one, where that has been the outcome. It doesn't seem like it's a feasible outcome when you're paralyzed or whatever, or you get accuracy of a move that's like 50% accurate. When any move that's less than like 90% accurate feels like it's 50% accurate all the time as a player. So I completely agree with him. If you want to watch his previous video, I think he played through with Noctowl. Check it out. I recommend his channel, but he goes through a little bit in depth. He rants for a little bit, and I agree with him. I think there's something that happens in this game with the gym leaders where they have like an increased boost in like accuracy or something like that, or even defense or something like that. I don't know. I'm not really a conspiracy theorist, but I think there is something going on with the gym leaders in this generation. So we are in the Komodo Girls, and they're not really much to talk about. We usually pretty much a clean sweep. And we have one more left, and we can get access to Surf. Not really a big deal with this Pokemon that we get access to Surf. It's more or less, we need the experience, we need to level up. So let's just go ahead and do it. We did pick up an item, by the way. We have the Pink Bow, and we also have the Magnet. So the magnet will give us a 10% boost in all of our electric moves. So that's the benefit of our magnet. Now, we really don't have a really powerful electric move right now, so it's not going to do too much, but it's better than having nothing. So we're going to go ahead and get Hidden Power right now, and we chose Hidden Power Ice. So if you don't know how Hidden Power works, basically it takes your stats, and it uses your stats a certain way, and whatever your stats add up to gives you a Hidden Power. So now we're facing our third rival fight. It's going to come out with a Haunter. We have access to Mud Slap. Mud Slap will be a multi-hit turn, so we knock it out with 2 hits. Magnemite comes out. It does not have Thunder Shot or Thunder Wave yet, so we don't have to worry about being paralyzed. But we're going to use Mud Slap, knock it out. We are double its levels almost. Bailey's going to come out. We have Hidden Power Ice, so instead of having to paralyze it and chip it down, we can just use 2 moves. And Hidden Power Ice will also, well, Thunder Shock will also work on Zubat. So now we're going to go ahead and face a whole boatload of trainers, not only in Morty's gym, but we're also going to face a couple other trainers as well. Again, like I said, I face a lot of trainers in this game. I usually, whenever I go from this city to the next one where you can go to the lighthouse, I usually just face like 1 or 2 mandatory trainers, and that's it. But in this case, I did leave and go get a lot of level up, because unless we're evolving into Pikachu, we don't have a lot of options right now. We don't have a lot of moveset upgrades. What you see now is kind of what we got for a while. And honestly, a lot of these moves are going to be used for a good portion of the game going forward. It's just we don't have the other options at this moment. We can't use Return yet because, you know, it's not a good level, but we can't use Return against Ghost anyway. It's normal type. And we just have Thunder Shock and Mud Slap, which both Mud Slap's okay, but Mud Slap's only 20 base power. It's not very powerful. And the other move we have is Hidden Power Ice, so that's not actually horrible because it is 70 base power. And we don't have the Never Melt Ice yet, but regardless of that, we still have, it's pretty much being a one-shot for most Pokemon. This is a one-shot on the Haunter note, but it is making it a 2-shot, so it is making the battle more manageable. We're level 33. We're going to finish off this Pokemon, get to level 34. And we're going to go ahead and fight Morty. We took some training done. It's an hour and 8 minutes already, so we've spent so much time. Most times we're actually past Chuck's gym, old Chucky boy. So Hidden Power Ice will be a 2-shot. Very good on the Ghastly. Haunter comes out, and it's going to be, I think it's going to be a 2-shot as well, but we're cursed, so someone in their foul mouth wanted to say something to us. Gengar comes out. I'm going to go for Hidden Power, which is going to be multiple turns. We're not going to survive this. We're not. Curse is going to chip us down. He does any kind of physical, any kind of attack to us, going to get us. So now we're in Lighthouse, and there's nothing really big about the Lighthouse. It's just, like I said, we decided to go down this way and get more experience. We were at 33 when we left Morty's gym. We're now at 34. Now we're at 36. So we gained 2 more levels, and we're going to gain another level right here. And there's Thunder Shock. Very good. It's a knockout. And we evolve into Pikachu. Now, when we evolve into Pikachu, our stats do get up a little bit. So we're going to go ahead and show the stats. 60 HP, 90 attack, 55 defense, 90 special, 80 special defense. I'm sorry, 90 special attack, 80 special defense, and 100 speed. So the stats only go up like 90, but they're pretty well distributed. And that means our physical attack has gotten a lot better. That means our speed has gotten a lot better, and our special's gotten a lot better. But what also has gotten a lot better is now we have access to a move called Thunder Punch. Thunder Punch is way better. It's twice as good, if not even twice. It's about twice as good. It's twice as good as Thunder Shock. So now we're going to face Morty again, and this battle has a completely different tone whenever you can just use Thunder Punch in one shot. Now we are almost twice as many levels, but that's kind of just the problem with this Pokemon is you got to get high level to do stuff. So getting evolved into Pikachu was very, very helpful. I never thought I'd say that in my life. But Pikachu is actually it's actually designed to do really well in this playthrough. So now we're gonna go ahead and face Chucky Boy, and this is where I agree with the gym leaders having some kind of like weird AI, because Primeape, I don't expect Primeape to be knocked out in one go, but we do get a 2-shot on Primeape. But this one, Poliwrath, should be a 1-shot. Okay, I don't know why. And then he hits Dynamic Punch, he confuses us, and it shouldn't have gone that way. It should have been a 1-shot, but we do get the win, and I'm not gonna complain about winning. But now we're going to go ahead and face Gyarados. And we're going to, oh no, Gyarados. And we're going to one-shot the Gyarados. It's not going to be an issue. We're going to talk to old Lance here, the liar with the flyers. So that's what Squidgy said. Squidgy's another YouTuber I watch him, recommend it. Generation 2 content's amazing. But we're going to talk to Lance, and then we're going to do the boring Rocket plotline, and then move progress on to the other gyms. And now that we've talked to Lance and we've watched him hyper beam some people in the face, we're gonna go ahead and help Ampharos. He's gonna give him his medicine, and this will open up the ability for us to face Jasmine's gym. We don't really want to face Price's gym right now. I guess we're going to, but Price's gym is rough. The first two Pokemon are not an issue. They're both water ice, so they're weak to our electric moves. Piloswine though is not. Piloswine is a rock ice type, so our electric types are pretty much he's immune to. So we got to rely on other moves. Hidden Power Ice and Headbutt will be 3-shot. Luckily, we don't get frozen or anything, but we do get the win. I think we actually faced it one time. I'm just not showing it. And I've never seen that other than the last two videos where Price did a different order of his Pokemon. He usually goes Seal, Dugong, and then Piloswine, but he did Piloswine second. Now we're moving on to Jasmine and her Steel type. We don't exactly have a great move for this. However, we do have access to Headbutt and Mud Shot. So a combination of those two and Hidden Power Ice will get us through this battle. So we get paralyzed by the Magnemite. Thunder, Mud Slap will knock it out. Very good. And Mud Slap will 2-shot the Magnemite. And we're confused, which sucks, but whatever. So now we get to the final Pokemon, Steelix. If we can just get through, and yeah, I think I went for an electric move, but it doesn't hit him because he's rock. He's ground. I think he's called Ground Steel is what he is. So Jasmine's gonna come out with her Magnemite. I think we equipped a what was that berry that cures poison or paralyze. So we equipped that. Mud Slap will be a 2-shot. Thunder Wave. Missed. Okay, very good. And now we're at Steelix with full health. So we should be able to outlast him right here. Like I said, Thunder Wave will not hit. Mud Slap, that's just to lower the accuracy. Iron Tail is already pretty low accuracy. So we're just going to help out that accuracy not be good. So we get a win over Jasmine. It wasn't too big a deal. I thought it'd be a lot worse than it ended up being. But now we're going to face our 4th rival fight. And at this point, we are just at the point where the rival fight is pretty much a foregone conclusion. And it's a pretty trivial battle. So there's a 1-shot on the Golbat. Very good. Now we're going to have, which one comes out? Magnemite. He does have, Thunder Wave now. So that could be pretty scary, but we'll get the 1-shot with Mud Slap. We're going to go ahead and go for a Thunder Punch. It's going to be a 1-shot with Haunter. And then Sneasel is our last one. We just got to use a good physical move to knock out Sneasel. It's a 2-shot. Very easy knockout. And then the last Pokemon is going to be Bayleaf. We have Hidden Power Ice, so Bayleaf is really inconsequential. It's a 2-shot. Very good. Very bulky Pokemon, but not a good one. So now we're going to move on to Claire's gym. Claire is the Dragon Trainer. And she comes out with 3 Dragonairs and a Kingdra. So Dragonair, I'm going to go for Hidden Power Ice, and we're holding the Never Melt Ice to boost our ice attacks, and we beat Price's gym, so we have a pretty solid move. So Dragonair number 2 goes down to a 1-shot. We level up, very good. Level 51, and we're going to 1-shot the other Dragonair. Now look at the time. The time is horrible right now, by the way. Thunder Punch will be a 2-shot on the Kingdra, maybe a 3-shot. Okay, it's pretty bulky. But it really has nothing to do against us. So we're going to go for Thunder Punch again. We get the Paralyze. And it's a 3-shot. Very good. Kingdra gets one. The reason why it's not a 1-shot, Kingdra is not water type. It is Dragon. Dragon is resistant to electric. So now we're going to face our rival. And our last rival on Victory Road. This is getting us just under 2 hours getting on Victory Road. So Sneasel comes out. Sneasel, Headbutt is going to be a 2-shot. Headbutt is this a more powerful move that we could use right now. We just haven't added it yet. It's Return. Magneton, and this is where Magneton starts becoming like a headache because now we keep getting paralyzed by him, and this is the problem. Like Magnetons in this game are actually very annoying. So we get the knockout, and we're paralyzed at level 20 with 25 hit points. We're not going to survive this battle. So I'm like, okay, let's go ahead and get a reset in, and we're going to try this battle again. Hopefully we have the berry equipped that we don't get paralyzed, and maybe I updated the moveset. I don't remember here. But let's go ahead and go for Thunder Punching or a Headbutt again. We'll go for Light Screen, keeps the defense down. Headbutt will be a 2-shot. Very good. Very good 2-shot. Magneton comes out, and we're going to go for should go for a Headbutt on it. Oh, Thunder Punch actually might do a decent amount of damage. Headbutt might make him flinch. That's why I think Headbutt's probably the better play there. Doesn't do a lot of damage, though, because, Magneton's defense is very good. And we're going to go for Thunder Punch on the Haunter. It's a 1-shot. Very good. Kadabra comes out. A good physical move should knock out Kadabra in one go. Very good. And the last Pokemon, Meganium. We're going to go ahead and go in for Hidden Power Ice. It'd be a 2-shot. We do get poisoned. It's not a big deal. We get the win over our rival, and we're going to progress. Oh, I'm sorry. We got one more. I always forget about the Golbat. He's very unforgettable. He's very, forgettable. He's very, not a great Pokemon. So we're going to go over the stats of this Pokemon right before the Elite Four, and we're going to look at what we're at. So we're at level 53. We're at 2 hours and 20 seconds. And you got Thunder Punch, which is 18 base power. 18 hit points, or 18 power points, I should say. Light Screen basically eliminates like special moves. I wish I had Reflect, not Light Screen. Reflect to be a little bit better. Our defense, special defense, is not bad, so Light Screen really isn't going to help as much. What would have been better to have is if I had access to Reflect. That would have been better with this Pokemon because of our frail defense. But it is what it is. Return is a 102 base power move. It's a good physical move. It's the best physical move we can really get in this game, except for Hyper Beam, but Hyper Beam also has its downsides. And then Hidden Power Ice. And so, yeah, we got pretty decent coverage here. We have not switched out our item yet. We still have the Poison Cure Berry, but that's fine. We'll switch to the Never Melt Ice or the Magnet whenever we go against Will. And here's our stats with the Elite Four. Attack 101, defense is 70, special attack is 96, special defense is 85, and speed is 138. So we'll definitely outspeed everything. Attack is decent, special attack is decent, and I will give a kind of a caveat here. Is if we run into a brick wall, I do have the Thunderstone prepared to evolve Pikachu into Raichu if needed. So I want to give that caveat right now, letting everyone know that is something I do plan on doing if I come across like an issue. So first we're going to face Will. Will is the Psychic trainer in the Elite Four. He's going to come out with a Xatu. Now we have multiple options to knock out Xatu. We're going to go for Thunder Punch, very good one-shot. Moving on to Jinx. Jinx, Return, should be a one-shot. She's very frail, low defense. Executor, we're going to go ahead and go for Hidden Power Ice. He's just going to seed us, get the knockout very good. We really haven't taken any damage quite yet. And we're going to go for Thunder Punch. Is it going to be a one-shot? It's not, but it's going to get a two-shot. Get a little bit of Leech Seed done, so not the worst thing ever. And Xatu will be a one-shot. So Will is pretty much a cakewalk, done and dusted. Moving on to Koga. Koga and his Poison-type Pokemon. We do have some decent things that are going to work here. So starting off, Ariados will be a two-shot with Return. He does go for Double Team, but we fight through it and still hit him. We're also going to go for Fortress. Go against Fortress. Fortress will it's very bulky. There's not a lot you can do against Fortress, but we do get the three-shot doing with Thunder Punch, and we're also going to take out Venomoth. It's a two-shot. It's, I don't know, maybe it is flying. I don't know. Muck, you're going to come out with Thunder Punch. Sludge Bomb will one-shot us from 68 hit points. Darn. Okay, so we're going to go fight this battle again. We just need a lot more hit points when we go up against the Muck. So Ariados comes out. We're going to go for Hidden Power Ice. It's still going to be a two-shot no matter what. Does a little bit more damage to us than we'd like, but Fortress comes out. We're going to go for Thunder Punch. Thunder Punch will make this a two-shot, taking no damage. Very good. Venomoth comes out. We're going to go for Return. Is it going to be a one-shot? Nope, it'll be a two-shot, but we have a little bit more health than we did the last time we went up against the Muck. So now we're going to go for Thunder Punch again. He's going to go for Minimize. We miss. He Toxics us, and we don't exactly have a great amount of health. We just got to knock him out. And if we could just hit a Thunder Punch, we could beat this Crobat. Okay, we need one more. Unfortunately, we need two. So he gets a full restore. Our Action is lowered. We're taking poison damage. So a lot of things are adding up to us not being able to get this win right now. So we're going to go ahead and do this one more time. And we might be able to beat this, but I think we're going to have a big issue against Bruno. Okay, so we get the knockout. We don't take any damage from the Ariados. We're going to go ahead and go for a two-shot on the Fortress. It gets paralyzed. No damage done, so that's good. And for some reason we do go for Light Screen to up our special defense. Venomoth comes out. We're going to go for Thunder Punch. It'll be a two-shot. And with our Light Screen up, we take more damage from Psychic than we've ever taken. Awesome. So Thunder Punch, when it comes to Muck, it'll be a three-shot. We do get poisoned, but we have a lot more health and less. We still have our actually retained. We'll get to Crobat. We get a critical hit, knockout of Koga, and we move on to Bruno. We don't talk about Bruno very much, but Bruno is, I'm pretty sure the Bruno is the reason we have to evolve into Raichu. So Bruno, we don't have anything great against Bruno. Hidden Power Ice is only going to work good against like one of his Pokemon. So we're going to go for Light Screen. He's going to dig a hole. and we really should just go for Thunder Punch and see if we can get the knockout, and then do Light Screen once on the ground. But yep, it's going to be a 2-shot. I don't really have a way around this. And return doesn't really do much either. So we get the knockout, and we're going to go ahead. We're going to knock out Onix. That's not an issue. But the problem is the rest of his Pokemon are not going to be the easiest to knock out. And that's the problem, is we don't have an easy knockout for any one of his Pokemon. So more or less, I should just give the Thunderstone here. That's what I'm going to do. Right at the bottom of my bag. Use, and we're going to evolve Pikachu into Raichu. And I guess all Raichus in this generation are pretty hefty. So HP is 60, attack is 90, defense is 55, special attack is 90, special defense is 80, and speed is 100. So speed's still great. Special attack went up a little bit, and then attack is good, and we have more HP and defense and special defense than we had with Pikachu. So the stats do get a decent boost. So we're gonna enjoy that. I think we're only like 300 or like 290 or something when we got our boost. But we're gonna go and face Bruno again with these boosts in our stats. Is Bruno gonna be a little bit easier? Let's find out. Hitmontop comes out, and we're going to go for Thunder Punch. We really should be equipping the Pink Bone, going for the one-hit knockout with this. So again, we kind of screw up, and I might do a reset here. Yeah, doing a reset. Yeah, we haven't equipped the proper thing. We still have Never Melt Ice, which is not going to be useful against this trainer. So we're going to equip the Never Melt Ice, and we're going to equip the Pink Bow and get rid of the Never Melt Ice for now. And we're going to face this again. This is for the hope that we can get a one-shot on the Hitmontop with return. Is it going to be a one-shot? It's close. We'll just go for Light Screen anyway, up in our defense, and get the knockout. Very good. And now we're going to go ahead and face the Onix. Onix will still be a one-shot with whatever ice move we use. We don't need the boost in Never Melt Ice to knock him out. And here comes Hitmonlee. It's a one-shot. Very good. Hitmonchan. Is Hitmonchan a one-shot? He does get him a Mach Punch in because it's priority. And return will be a 2-shot. We just got to survive a cross-shot from the old Machamp. And we get the knockout, and we get the win over Bruno. So Raichu is definitely a big boost in stats. So now we're going to face Karen. Karen is the dark trainer. There we go. And she's going to send out an Umbreon. Are we good enough to get a one-shot on the Umbreon? We are not. We're not even going to get a 2-shot on it unless we get a little lucky. And either way we do it, it's still a 3-shot. So we get the knockout on the Umbreon. Sends out Vileplume. Vileplume will be at least a 2-shot. Oh, gets the 1-shot. Very good. Maybe I have the Never Melt Ice attached. That's probably why. We're going to go for Thunder Punch on Gengar. Gengar does do Curse. So now we are on the clock when it comes to knocking out our Pokemon. Return should have been like a 1-shot, but it just it's kind of outlasts us with this stupid stuff. And we're going to get the knockout here. Very good. She has 1 Pokemon left. We just got to hit the Murkrow. Just don't miss. And we get the knockout. Very good. Beat Karen on our first attempt. That usually doesn't happen. And now we're going to face Lance, the liar with the flyers. He comes out with Gyarados first. And Gyarados will be a 1-shot. Okay, Gyarados will be a 1-shot. He's going to go for Rain Dance. He does it every time. So we're going to go ahead and just, up our defense a little bit with Light Screen. And then Thunder Punch will be a 1-shot. Dragonite will be knocked out with Hidden Power. Hidden Power Ice with a Never Melt Ice. It's enough to just do the 1-shot. Dragonite number 2. It's a 1-shot as well. You really need to have Hidden Power Ice to beat this guy, because if you don't, he's going to paralyze you. Both of them have Thunder Shock, or Thunder Wave. And so we knock out the third one, and then Charizard's hanging out back there, but he's weak to our electric move. So we're going to go ahead and go for Thunder Punch, knock it out, very good. And the last one, Aerodactyl, was also weak to our electric moves. We get the one-hit knockout on him. So we beat the champion, and I'm just tapping, trying to get the best time as fast as possible. And we're at 2 hours and 14 minutes and 54 seconds. So we're right there. We just got to keep tapping. But everyone wants to come and congratulate me before I'm even, crowned as the champ. And so now we're going to want to, come on. Click it. And now we get clocked in at a time of 2 hours and 15 minutes and 10 seconds. So very good time. But that's only half the battle. We still have a whole nother region we got to take on over in Kanto with some gym leaders and with a very, very good trainer in red. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do that. Let's go do it. And with Johto and the Elite Four in our rearview mirror, let's go ahead and move on to Kanto. We're going to jump on the SSS Aqua. So we're going to get on the boat, and then we're going to get off the boat right away. Very good. And we're going to go on to Lieutenant Surge. Now, he's the same type as us, so there's no real advantage here. But, I mean, my Raichu's better than his Raichu in every way, shape, or form. Got better stats, got better EVs, but better everything. So, we should one-shot his entire team with Return. We one-shot the Raichu, one-shot the Electrode. Magneton should come out. Maybe not a one-shot on the Magneton, because Magneton is pretty bulky. It's a bulky guy. And then Electrode again, get the knockout, very good. And one more Pokemon, Electabuzz, and Electabuzz goes down in one shot, very good. Now we'll say this about Raichu's line, or the Pikachu line. Raichu obliterates Kanto. Okay, Sabrina's up next, and we're gonna go through a series of one-shots. One-shotting her Espeon, very good. We're going to one-shot the Mr. Mime. Very good. And one-shot the Alakazam. Very good. So, she's pretty easy, and even Erica's pretty easy. Now, there's something I've learned about Generation 2. When you go to Kanto, you need to fight every trainer in these gyms. Especially the first couple gyms. Yeah, we're facing Erica right now. Go ahead and watch this one-shot. This parade of one-shots here. And I've learned this because these trainers, once you beat the gym leader, you can't face them. So it's a lot. There's limited trainers in Kanto. Okay, so that's the first thing. Also limited wild Pokemon you can train against because they're all skewed to the level they're at whenever you play through in Generation 1. Okay, now here's Janine. Janine's also going to be a train wreck. We're going to obliterate her team. Let's go ahead and watch it. I'm not going to talk over much. We did add Thunderbolt, by the way. I didn't mention that yet. We did add Thunderbolt. Very powerful move, 95 base power, 100% accurate. With stab, it's like 142 base power. Very powerful move. So that was our upgrade we added to our move set. But I've noticed that you need to face all the gym leaders, trainers in their gyms. You can't get those trainers back, and you need as much levels as you can get. It's not like there's a lot of overworld training you can do. You just need to face everyone in every gym. Because the last like 3 or 4 gyms, you don't have anyone in there to train against. So it's the better move just for longevity and for self-preservation to just face every trainer you find in gyms. First couple playthroughs I had in this generation, I wasn't doing that. And ended up having a longer battle against Red. So recommend that if you ever play through and you're trying to play through with a single Pokemon. We've already beat Misty, and right now we're beating Brock. And we're just going to one-shot everything. So Hidden Power Ice is going to be a one-shot on all of Brock's Pokemon except for 2 that are Water type, and then Thunderbolt will handle them. So yeah, if you're ever playing through Generation 2, highly recommend make sure you're facing all the trainers in gyms. Because right now for example, we're in Brock's gym, and Brock has 1 trainer in here. We're about to go do Blaine. Blaine has 0 trainers. And we're about to do Blue, and Blue has 0 trainers. So it doesn't make sense to not face trainers, especially when you need to get to a higher level. We do have rare candies we're going to give as soon as we're done with these battles. And we're heading to face Red. But it's only so much. And once you use your rare candies, you're kind of out of them. And you're stuck with whatever you got. So we need to get as many levels as we can. So that we have the most bang for our buck when it comes to what those rare candies can do for us when we face Red. So if we get through Blaine's first Pokemon, it is part ground type. Or it might be rock type, I don't know, but we don't have anything super effective against it. But the last 2 Pokemon we one-shot. So we get to level 69, we get to level nice, very nice. And now we're going to face Blue. Blue's got a well-rounded team, so he's usually more challenging, but I think Raichu just obliterates it. So Thunderbolt will be a one-shot. Very easy on the Pidgeot, very good. Knockout. Rhydon comes out, Hidden Power Ice should do the job, maybe a 1 or 2 shot. It's a one-shot, very good. And Alakazam comes out, very frail, so we use a good physical move. Very good. And Executor, it will probably be a 2-shot. Oh, it gets a 1-shot with it. Very nice. We are holding the Never Melt Ice, so it does boost our ice moves. And so now we don't have anything great against Arcanine. We do tank a pretty hefty Flamethrower. But Thunderbolt will be a 2-shot, and we're in a healing loop with him. Maybe we'll get a critical hit. Maybe that's what we're waiting for. Nope, don't get a critical hit. But we get Gyarados. It's the 1-shot. And we pretty much obliterate Blue. Blue's not very difficult with this Pokemon. And now we're moving on to Red. So Red comes out with a hefty team. And God, do I hate one of these Pokemon. So Pikachu will be a 1-shot with Return. So I'm not worried about Pikachu. It's the only one that out-levels us. Espeon comes out. and Respeon will be knocked out in 2 hits with a return. She doesn't do anything to us, so we're actually having a very good start to this battle. Okay, but it's this guy right here. This piece of crap. We get a critical hit. We just need to knock it out, but nope, it rests. It's got its amnesia up, so we can't do physical move or special moves to it anymore and do a lot of damage. We should have been going for return the whole time, and that's my fault. I should have been going for return. Hidden Power Ice doesn't do anything, doesn't freeze. Return should have been the play from the get-go, and that's my fault. And I should have switched to that right after we got the critical hit Thunderbolt. That's what we should have done. That should have been the strategy, and I didn't do it correctly. So that's on me, and we could have potentially got this done in the first go. Because everything after Snorlax is weak to us. We have an ice move, we have an electric move for the flying and water type. So that once we get past the Snorlax, and he has become the bane of my existence in these playthroughs. Once his special attack, special defense goes up with amnesia, what I should have done is just gone right for return and see if I can knock it out. So we get paralyzed again, and we're facing Raichu or the blue or red. We're facing red again, and return. Like I said, this is very frustrating because Snorlax is starting to be... I have a Snorlax plushie to the left of me, and I look at it with such disdain because of how much it is preventing me from just getting this final battle won because of its heftiness, because of all of its stupidity. So it still goes for amnesia, and it one-shots us from like almost full health. So this is not looking great, but there's a light at the end of the tunnel. I can see that if we can beat this, the rest of the battle is easy. This is one stupid Pokemon, and we just don't have a great move for it. This is where I'm contemplating where Dynamic Punch might be useful. I'm contemplating this because Dynamic Punch is a fighting move, which Snorlax is weak to. So it could be potentially a break glass in case of emergencies kind of move we can use. So I'm contemplating that. I didn't do it in this playthrough, but I'm contemplating doing it in future playthroughs. And I'm going to have to play through a couple times and test it, see if it is a viable strategy to use against Snorlax. I'm just curious. So now we're at 162 health, and we're going into Snorlax. We could have equipped the leftovers to replenish our health, but we really need a boost in our moves, like our physical moves and things like that. So with 74 health, we do get by the Snorlax. Is it enough to beat the Venusaur? Venusaur takes in Sunlight. Very good. It was going for Solar Beam. Probably would have knocked us out, but it's better safe than sorry. Thunderbolt. Charizard is flying type, so Thunderbolt, a super effective stab Thunderbolt, knocks him out in one go, and Blastoise will be knocked out in one go as well. So we win. We beat a rival, or we beat Red. Sorry. And we beat this game. So let me know what you think in the comment section down below. What do you think of this playthrough? I'm really contemplating doing... I probably won't do it the next video, but I'm contemplating doing a playthrough with just Raichu. If looking at Raichu's like early game movesets like Thunderbolt, Thunder Shock, and Quick Attack. So I think that could be obliterate the early game. I really do. Especially with Thunderbolt, that's so powerful. I'm contemplating doing that. Just let me know what you think if you want to see that or not. But this is JD. This is JD's Nerdverse. This is the playthrough of the first baby Pokemon in the Pokédex, Pichu. There's going to be a slew of them. I'm pretty sure the next one's like Cleffa. Wiz Khalifa, and then we have, after that, we have Igglybuff, and I think there's one more, Togepi. So those are the next 3 Pokemon. So we got 3 baby Pokemon back to back to back. Like I said, I will let them evolve, and I will figure out how to get a Moonstone, because we're going to need that for both Cleffa, after it evolves into Clefairy, and we're also going to need that for Igglybuff, when it evolves into Jigglypuff. So let me know what you think in the comment section down below. By the way, I'm using a brand new microphone setup. Now it's a brand new microphone. It's got, hopefully it doesn't have all the puff sounds, the f sounds, and that was my hope, is removing that. It does have like noise cancellation as well. So let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Was the audio a little bit better with this one? All those things, and I don't have to like the thing before was like on my head. So anytime I move it, like move and it shake, and you can hear it moving, and that's where the air puffs were coming from. This is stagnant. Like, I can move my head as much as I want, and it doesn't do anything. My head's going up and down and side to side, and you probably can't even tell the difference. So let me know what you think about that. And this is JD's Nerdverse. We're going to do a prediction video on Monday for Wiz Khalifa. And yeah, we'll have a playthrough next Friday. So let me know what you think. Have a good one, and I'll see you guys on Monday.